Oh, I'm Eddie Hermida, and this is Jam Kenny.
Jam Kenny.
No, Dan Kenny. And we are from Suicide Silence, and you're watching PITCAM.tv.
So, hey guys, what's it like being back on tour?
Well, yeah. Talk to him.
It feels great. It feels like home, where I should be. And we got a new roommate now in our house, and it's awesome. It's really fun. I'm glad to be back.
You started off pretty big, like Rock am Ring, Rock am Park. What were the shows like?
Oh, they were insane. They're humongous.
I saw a couple of photos. A lot of people, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people were really excited to see us. You know, this is the first time I'm playing with the band, so it's there's a lot of hype behind it and a lot of good positive vibes. So the shows were intense. The Walls of Death were brutal as usual, and I mean, Circle Pits were insane. We tore it up, as we're going to do today, and you know, it's a good time.
So taking a break was the natural thing for you guys to do. Do you feel like you're ready to start again?
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're here. If we weren't ready, I wouldn't be here right now.
That's for sure.
Definitely ready, completely ready. I've been ready for months. No, it feels really good to be back out. It feels natural to be back out. The break was natural, this is natural, it's all fluid, and I love it.
What's it like for you being in that position that you're in now, the new singer?
Well, these guys make it really easy. These guys are good friends of mine from a long time ago. I mean, Dan Kenny and I are from the same area. We grew up kind of in two separate bands from the Bay Area that played what you would call deathcore. To us, it was just straight up death metal, you know, trying to be brutal as hell. That I've known Suicide Silence since 2006, since the beginning of my career. So it's like stepping in is just like, it's kind of like being on tour again, like we used to be, but now I'm actually just singing for the band, and we have this crazy thing that happened to us, which is our friend passing away. So all that plays into it, but I mean, at the end of the day, these guys make it real easy for me to put on these shoes, tie them up tight, and go out there and kick ass, and that's what we do.
The band announced you as new singer about a year ago. What were the reactions like from the fans back then?
Mostly good. Everything's been mostly positive. You know, there's the occasional kid that wants to see you burn in hell, or they want you to haunt and kill your family, and you know, stuff like that. And people who tell me I'm never going to be Mitch, and I go, duh. Yeah. There was only one guy. You know, nobody's ever going to be me ever either. So whatever that means. But yeah, I mean, there's people who are talking shit. I don't really pay attention. These guys don't let me pay attention. And you know, we're out here to do a job, and we're out here to do something right and something good, continue a legacy, and also give the fans something that they were stripped of very early. So we're out here we're gonna be doing what we do, and I'm gonna say it again. We're out here to kick some serious ass.
The new album will be out in about a month. What can you tell me about it, the recording process and stuff like that?
It's called You Can't Stop Me. I think it comes out over here July 11th. Took us about 5 weeks, 6 weeks in the studio to record it. You know, we just did it with Steve Evans, same guy we did the last record with. Felt real natural. Did it the way we always do it: drums, guitars, bass, vocals. Fucking print that shit. And it's a fucking really good record. And I'm not just saying that because it's my band, but it's amazing. So I just can't wait for everyone to hear it and have people pick their favorite songs and like which ones they like more, and like just people just have to sign the booklets, anything. That's all cool. I really love this record.
How would you describe it compared to the previous releases? I don't know if you want to... I
mean, it's just a progression. It's a natural progression for the band. I've always said this. The band was already headed in this direction. You hear a lot of the Black Crown on this record. You also hear a lot of the previous works, you know, mixed in, and there's just this new element. Obviously, with me being a new singer, there's a new element to the band, and that sounds progressive. It sounds different. It sounds like an evolution of the band. And you know, the biggest part is that it's the best thing that we've ever written. It's the best thing I've ever done. It's the best thing they've ever done, and that's how you should feel about a record. You know, that's how you should go into a record. You should be like, hey, I'm going to write the best I can possibly write. And I feel like the band did just that. They all did some self-searching during that year off, and became better musicians, and really kind of put their best foot forward on this record, and that's why we love it. That's why we're so happy.
I noticed quite a few people, people who have been commenting on YouTube and stuff like that. They've described it as more of a straightforward death metal sound than deathcore. I have no idea what they.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Dan Kenny and I are stoked.
I agree, kind of, but it also does have that whole cleansing deathcore old school sound. But they're judging off like a little bit. They haven't heard the whole fucking thing yet, so you can't really. Wait till you hear the whole thing, then tell me what you think. If it's a death metal record, it has so many fucking breakdowns, you just haven't heard them. Like, it's got more blast beats than what you've heard. It's got fucking way more stuff, so can't really judge it yet. It's like like judging a movie just from the trailer. Yeah. You're like, that movie's gonna suck or that movie's gonna rule. Just wait, watch the whole thing, and then decide.
Yeah, it'd be like somebody watching the trailer to Star Trek, and then being like, "Oh, J.J. Abrams, he completely changed the story," and you're just judging it off of one thing. Or I mean, I don't think they're saying anything negative or positive from saying that it sounds like a death metal record. I just think they're basing an opinion off of snippets.
Calling it a death metal record is still a compliment, though.
Yeah, thank you.
But it seems like the feedback has been good so far, the few things that you've released.
Absolutely.
Released one today. Yeah. We released a song today.
Yeah,
called Don't Die.
Yeah, we released a song called Don't Die today. And then we released like the little snippet, of the whole record last week. And soon we'll be releasing a video too, so there'll be a lot of stuff to check out.
So you decided to keep a couple of Mitch's lyrics, the album title, and the song with the same title. Was that a natural decision?
We didn't know it was going to be the album title like immediately. Then once we got the song, we already knew what song he was going to sing on. We got a bunch of lyrics from them. These kind of figured out that he was going to use this lyrics on this song and kind of put together the thing. And the lyrics are so hard in that song, and then You Can't Stop Me just seems completely fitting to call it that the record, because that's exactly what's happening. Like, you can't stop us, we're gonna fucking come here, play, go there, play, put out records, can't stop us. But yeah, Mitch wrote those lyrics, so You Can't Stop Me, and they're fucking pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love them.
I mean, that's the last thing he did. It's there's gonna be nothing else, so of course we wanted to commemorate him on this record. It's because of him that we're all here, so it's very fitting, it's very perfect.
So it was a pretty easy decision to pick that one.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. And then once we figured out that the song's title was going to be You Can't Stop Me, then it was obviously going to go on the board. That was one of the first things we did, was write You Can't Stop Me on the big whiteboard, and every day we went into the studio, it was kind of like a reminder. Okay, cool. This is what we got to do. We're doing it. It's right. It feels good.
Yeah. The more you saw it written out, the more it's just like it just feels like that's the name of the album. Like, and then fuck it, that's the name of the album.
Yep.
So the memorial show, the DVD and the Blu-ray, that was the last thing you guys released on Century Media, and now you're on Nuclear Blast. Why this change?
Well, Nuclear Blast. I've been with that label for going on 10 years, so I'm a real big advocate. I remember Mark a few years ago on asking me what I thought of Nuclear Blast, because they were all coming towards the end of their contract with Century Media, and I remember him kind of coming to me and being like, hey, what do you think of the staff there? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I told him, I was like, look, Nuclear Blast Europe rules, Nuclear Blast USA rules, Nuclear Blast Brazil rules. Everybody's really gung-ho about helping metal and making sure that metal stays alive. And the presence of Nuclear Blast here in Germany and in Europe altogether is massive. So, I mean, I would feel that that's why they chose, but I mean, I can't speak on that.
Yeah, we chose Nuclear Blast because we were done with our contract with Century Media. And as soon as we were done and everyone finds out we're a free agent, it's kind of like record labels are like, So then Nuclear Blast gave us an offer, and it's probably one of our favorite record labels, and probably the favorite record label of ours. So we decided, let's just take another step up. We did our Century Media stuff. That was a great label to us. We just think it's time to, buy a new car or get a new house. I don't know, try something else out. And then we're on Nuclear Blast now. We couldn't be happier.
Yep, that's for sure.
So what do you guys have coming up after the release?
Well, probably right around the same time as the release, we'll have a video for You Can't Stop Me. I haven't seen it yet, but I just shot it like a week ago, and it has to be the craziest video ever. We're trying to top You Only Live Once, because that video is insane. Yeah. So we We spent a couple bucks on this video. We tried to do the coolest thing possible. We made a really cool idea. I'm not going to say anything more. You'll just see it. And then we have another DVD coming out called Live Life Hard, the Senshi Media Years. It has pretty much like 6 years of footage, including Mitch stuff and the bass player before me. It just has like all this footage. It's not your typical DVD where you're just like seeing a band play or whatever. It's a lot of behind the scenes, like on the bus, drunk, wrestling, throwing up, like
guy stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot of crazy stuff. We remember we watched the DVD at our videographer's house. He had it all set up. This is before it was printed or didn't do anything, so it's coming right off his computer. And we watched it on like his big screen with like nice audio, and it was the most hilarious thing. And there's a lot of footage of like things and years of when I was around, like kind of outside of the camera, just like seeing all this happen from the outside and being like, oh man, they did a really good job capturing those years and capturing the fun. And yeah, man, we were crazy back then too. So we're still pretty crazy now, but
it'll come out in a couple months, and it'll be called Live Life Hard, and I wouldn't let my mother watch it. So I think a lot of fans are going to be fucking stoked to watch this, because you get to see all of us in our natural elements and being weird and stupid and crazy, and it's cool.
And then I assume you'll be touring more.
Yeah, we tour in the States after we're done here in Europe. We finished June 30th at Grass Pop, I think, and then we go to the States, do Mayhem Festival, Avenged Sevenfold, Korn, Cannibal Corpse, Asking Alexandria.
There's possibilities of us coming back out here soon too, you know.
Hopefully before the end of the year we'll come back here and do more of a headlining type deal.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Trying to.
Thank you so much, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Coming up after this tour.
Warp Tour in the summer. We have like a month.
Doing the whole thing?
Yeah, it's like a month and a half off once you get home from here, and then we're doing the whole Warped. It's gonna be hot and sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the fall, we don't really have much planned.
Yeah, we're in the works of things.
Yeah,
but more or less, we're just gonna be playing a lot of shows.
How important is Warp Tour in the U.S., to sort of break out as a band?
It's huge. Yeah,
it's literally probably the biggest tour for a band to break. I mean,
it's kind of like
Eminem did it back in the day. Katy Perry's done it. Like, there's Blink-182. There's all these legendary artists that have done it.